And who is here from business part, from customers? Are you dealing with the business operations? Or who is technical? 3. And you? You're learning for the future, the perfect candidate. That's great. So, I am quite surprised that we have a nice audience here. So I think we can start. There is another person coming, OSEC. Very good, very good. Thank you. So, my name is Branislav Bukva, and I am responsible for Red Hat training in Eastern Europe. I make sure that customers and partners have the right skills to use Red Hat technologies. And I prepared today a presentation about learning subscription. But before we jump to the learning subscription details and talking about this amazing product, I would like to really understand what are you expecting from Red Hat training? What is the thing you would like to learn? What is important for you? Especially the technical people. I think we have few here. What is the expectation from Red Hat training for you? Okay, but why exactly you are trying to achieve certification? What is driving you to have that certification, really? Okay, great. So we could say also that learners who are trying to get the skills, they should be using them in the real world, daily basis, you know, using the Red Hat technologies or any kind of technologies these days. And I think one of the things that you expect is also the speed and accurate information and or organize information that is right for you to be, you know, picking up and learning as quickly you can or as you need. Yeah, so this is very important. And I wanted to touch very interesting point. Yeah, so I think in general, not only in Red Hat, but we are in a very interesting and challenging era. Yeah, so we have digital transformation, we have a cloud, journey to cloud. You hear that in every presentation, all of the vendors are dealing with. But we also have a, you know, kind of problem developed. Yeah, so one of the problems that we see, and this is the survey that was done, you know, based on KPMG survey, CIOs that, you know, they need these people with the skills. So they say we have a skills gap, 65%. You know, we could more or less agree this is happening, you know, in one company more, in other company less. But in general, we have a really skills gap. So this is what also Red Hat trying to address today. So not only introducing new emerging stuff and emerging technologies, but also really making sure that our customers, partners, they can use it. So it is about the skills in the current environment. So when we were thinking, you know, what would be the best answer to all of the questions and all of the concerns from the learners, we found the idea. We have the idea. We have amazing trainings, but it also really depends how you know, they are consumable. I wanted to also touch one point. Perhaps this is more for business people. So if you are in the company, or you can even mention that to your managers, if you know they are considering to invest in, you know, getting the right skills on the projects. We have a more possible, like if this is really simple, in a simplified way, we have 3 options. You can hire you know, professional, which is expensive. It's time consuming, and it's kind of difficult to find the talents reflecting the slide before. You know, we have a skills gap, then we, you know, the people who have the skills gaps, they usually obviously have a job, and a good one. Then we can contract, yeah, so we can ask for services, consulting services, you know, any implementations that your companies are doing, and your customers, they can work with the third-party companies, and then they are starting to be dependent. I think in general they are expensive. So the really, you know, cheaper than other alternative when you consider all of the hidden cost, you know, like hiring, high turnover, and low productivity, is really training of your own people. Yeah, so I'm really touching now the business people at the moment. So I wanted to really touch that. It's all connected to the speed and to the readiness of the skills of your staff. So Red Hat training is working in a different regions, in a different setup. We in Red Hat as a Poland, we are representing Red Hat training, and we are introducing the Red Hat technologies via our training, certified training partners. OSEC is one of the training partners that he is able to give you full training experience. From this perspective, any kind of way or preferred way that you are learning, he is going to able to address these needs. I would like to ask you another question. Perhaps I should have some goodies upstairs, but if you answer, I will remember, I will bring the goodies to you after the session. So my answer is, what is your preferred way of learning? With a live instructor. So you have a goodie. What's your name? Sebastian, nice to meet you. So Sebastian, any other answers? Okay, so we have 2. Okay, so we are talking about some kind of community that you could connect, you know, all of the learners. Perfect, perfect answers. I have 3 answers, 3 goodies. Anybody else? Technical person who is, I know the OSEC people, you know, they already have our goodies, so they're not really motivated to answer. But maybe OSEC people, you could give me idea about your customers, what you hear from them, you know, what kind of cases we have in the market. Okay, so it's an online versus live training, and we could discuss the benefits, but what is the reason why you choose really the real instructor? What is the benefit for you? Okay, okay, fair point. I think, you know, we can always remember there will be advantages of you know, live training and disadvantages. One of the disadvantages, I would say, if we have a new technology, new course completely, you can imagine that it was released yesterday, and this is ready, you know, in an online version or video recorded version. So in that case, and you need that technology, and you would be, you know, really looking for this training, waiting for this training, then perhaps it would take time to the instructors to skill up and deliver it for you. So this is maybe, you know, something like it's more working for online training option. But this is really depending on how urgent is the training for you, or skills that you're trying to develop, and for what reason. If there is a project that is really necessary to drive with these skills, or is just the administration job, you know, routine work that, you know, your colleagues are doing, but, you know, you are growing the team, and etc. So we do deliver all of that in general. So I will not spend too much time on this, but I would really stress out the, you know, how huge is the portfolio. So I would say in 10 years ago, and Philip is here from OSEC, he remember all of the days, all of the years of Red Hat grow. He's a witness really how Red Hat grow, not only in the business, but from the portfolio, technology portfolio perspective. And this is coming together with the complexity of the services delivering to the end customers. So every time we deliver or we create a new portfolio, yeah, so which is really growing, we have always infrastructure which has been here for years, always very stable. There were just the versions of RHEL really changing, you know, so you need to, you know, refresh your certification every 3 years, and you maybe did, you know, a new version of the RHEL, some refreshing course, speed track. But with the new emerging technologies like OpenShift, like OpenStack, Ansible, Fuse, Satellite, and all of that, you know, I'm not going to name all of them, but we are coming to the complexity of being with the skills on the right time. And you have to agree with me that this is kind of problem, you know, to manage that. So we are suddenly a different company compared to 10 years ago. It's not anymore like that. I can guarantee you that the way, the frequency of the courses that we are changing in an emerging tech, and there is an optimization, for example, you know, those Ansible courses, Ansible Tower, you know, there used to be one name of the course, DO 410, now this is, you know, divided, the content is divided between 2 different courses. So the way how we are changing the portfolio is dramatic, because the technology is evolving, the customer is using them, giving us feedback what kind of, you know, skills they would like to really have, not those that, you know, we introduced in the first course. So you were really referring to the RHEL training, and that's true. You know, they were not really changing, and that's why I was referring to that point that this is not Red Hat like that anymore. Yeah, so we are in a completely different environment. So Red Hat trainings are reflecting the technology that Red Hat is actually offering to the market. They are helping you to solve the business problems, and those skills are enabling you to use those technologies. So every single position or every single course is more likely created based on position that this person or candidate is or attendee is, you know, representing in the companies. So we have a basic definition of administrators and developers, so you can really choose your your track. Yeah, so if once you know that your goal is to become administrator in OpenShift, then you will be learning maybe the basic as the same as developer, but then you divide and you split and you take different courses. So it really depends when you want to end up. So we really help the organization speed technology adoption, and this is the point. Yeah, so I was addressing really to that the Red Hat is a completely different company these days, and it will be growing this way. It will be really going, you know, more vertical than horizontal, I would say. We really fuels the innovation and improves the productivity. You know, usually skilled people, they are much more productive. This is a fact. And for the individuals who, this is for you, for example, yeah, this is, you know, really improve on the job performance, and you can possibly look for the new career opportunities, and if you're learning independently, yeah. But I think, you know, this is kind of connected together. And I wanted to play the video for you. Hope it will be working. So this is the finally topic.
Your IT staff is your most valuable asset. Their skills and knowledge of technology translate into success for your business. In fact, according to an IDC report, 80% of IT managers believe that training is critical to the success of IT projects. The business landscape has become more demanding, and you need innovative solutions to stay competitive. More complexity means less time available for your IT team to develop the open source skills required to maintain that success. Until now, Red Hat Learning Subscription Standard enables you and your team to solve these IT challenges by preparing your existing workforce for modern technologies, increasing productivity, delivering just-in-time learning, mitigating project risk, and minimizing downtime. Red Hat Learning Subscription is an exclusive program that provides unlimited 24/7 access to all Red Hat online learning and video classroom courses, offering a full year of on-demand learning so you can train wherever and whenever it's convenient. Consider the results. 92% of subscribers say they can better maintain their technical skills through immediate access to new course materials. Viewable from your favorite device, with Red Hat Learning Subscription Standard, all you need to do is log in and learn. Learning paths make it simple to determine where to start, access all the training required, track your progress, and feel confident that you're receiving the right content for certification preparation. Red Hat online learning courses are convenient, easy to access, and available around the world in multiple languages. Based closely on the same content you'd find in Red Hat's traditional classroom courses, online courses are optimized for self-study and even include embedded video and screen captures to illustrate concepts and aid learning. With Red Hat Learning Subscription Standard, you have the ability to work towards your certification goals. Unlock your potential by taking up to 5 certification exams and 2 exam retakes. Select from a full library of educational videos that deliver the practical and applied knowledge you need to advance your IT or developer skills. You also have access to the same robust hands-on learning labs as they would in a traditional classroom delivered over the cloud, from the closest data center to you across 5 continents. With knowledge checks for each unit, you are provided with immediate feedback to help you validate your mastery of new skills. With Red Hat Learning Subscription, you get instant access to video classroom courses for our most popular titles. Content is presented by a senior Red Hat instructor, just like the training you would receive in the classroom. You can easily see which units you've completed and track your progress. Have a question about course content? With Red Hat Learning Subscription Standard, you can schedule an online appointment with an instructor and spend time with them via a live video conference with screen sharing. Need something answered on the fly? Use the live chat and email content support features. Red Hat Learning Subscription Standard also includes expert seminars, which provide educational videos on broader architectural topics delivered by Red Hat domain experts. 24/7 access to dynamic content, instructor office hours, expert seminars, and the ability to take up to 5 exams, Red Hat Learning Subscription Standard offers convenient, just-in-time training that's right for you. Give your team the skills they need to implement real-world changes better and faster. Learn more. Contact us today.
So what do you think? So those exams are kiosk exams, so individual exams. So once you reach the time that you would like to take the exam, you schedule the exam on kiosk available within our partners' centers. So if I just recap all of the Red Hat portfolio, all of the training is always included in this learning subscription. Any new stuff immediately in the learning subscription. So this is something that you can benefit if you really want to keep the track with latest technologies or latest updates of the courses. 400 hours of the labs, I think pretty decent enough. We didn't have any feedback that it would be not enough for the learners so far. In the video, they mention instructor hours. And I was thinking about you, really, this is something what is very important. If you study the topics, then it's very important to have someone, a trusted advisor, some senior instructor to really discuss the topics. And this is exactly what you can do. Obviously not in the basic subscription, but in the standard version, which is from the price perspective different. I will show you also the pricing, just to give you the full information. So in the standard version, we have 5 certifications and 2 retakes. In case you fail, then you can schedule 2 retakes. So this is a pretty decent offering. And in this version, standard version, you can set up maximum 2 hours instructor discussion online. We use our teleconference or telephone, it's a simple distance. We can't really do something more. Perhaps in the future, I heard that learning subscription will be using the connectivity of the local partners and instructors. So we are talking about the community. We will have even more options for getting the knowledge from the learning subscription users community. Yeah. So this is another future what will be introduced in the future. We have today, I would say, the official introduction of Red Hat Enterprise Learning Subscription. This is the first time that we officially making the presentation, and we are introducing Enterprise Solution version for 100 employees. You will see the difference. Obviously the difference is not in the technical usage, it's the same like individual subscription. It's just for more users, so it's more scalable from the investment perspective. Okay. So considering the time, I would like to skip the details, but I really wanted to show you, to give you idea that we have different ways of learning. And we are not saying we are shutting down our classrooms. We are just saying we are extending the capabilities or the options for our learners. So I think, you know, this is something for continuous learning. This is a tool that really you will be using on daily basis. Anytime you have some you know, lack of knowledge, lack of some details, you can index, you can, you know, really find the information even in these videos because they are indexed. Yeah? So if you're afraid that you will not understand them talking, you know, it's always reflecting, is showing that, highlighting the text that they are just speaking about. Yeah, so it's very clear, very structured. So from this perspective, you know, this is just a summary what everything is inside a subscription. You can see the details on our website. You can talk to colleagues from OSEC about the details, or if you decide, you know, they will help you to purchase. This is very simple. And also the way how this is designed, it's subscription. It's simply enabled for 1 year. And then if you like this way of learning, then you can extend it and you will pay the transparent fee or price for that. Okay, so no additional cost, no traveling. You know, there are companies, people, they prefer this way, they don't. Yeah, so you really need to find the balance between. I will be always happy. I will spend a couple of minutes also upstairs at Red Hat booth. So if you have, you know, any questions, any details you would like to discuss, or, you know, I can share my card after the session so we can talk about it. From price perspective, the SKU, the basic, and the standard, we have a single subscription, and then upstairs you have a 400 users. So the difference is 150,000 versus 355 euros. So if you divide this 100 by 100 divide by 100 users, you will get 1,500 per user if we're talking about 100 users. But we might have the situation that we will not have 100 users, but already from 50 user up, it's cheaper, starting to be cheaper, 15%, 30%, 40%, and up to 58%. Already from the list price, from the basic price available for everybody. So you can count, if you have 2 courses with certification on your plan and more during the year, it makes sense to think about it. If it's just a 1 course and then nothing the whole year, it's not in your plan, then perhaps individual session, you know, visiting a course, maybe online, whatever it's preferred for you, you can do it. Yeah. So if you have more information, we can discuss that later. So I would say, in general, if I summarize today, what we really look everywhere, and the companies is really looking for reducing the risk, maximizing the investment. You know, if we're talking about skills, this is an investment because this should be, you know, paid in the future. Better results, it's faster, and it's really helping teams to be individual, agile, and flexible from the learning perspective. So I agree with you, you know, for example, you prefer to focus in that week, in that room, but there are companies that they are not willing to send people for 1 week to do this kind of learning, so they prefer that they would have individual way how to learn. So really everybody needs to take the best, but, you know, we want to make sure in Red Hat that we are giving you these opportunities. So thank you very much. And if you don't have any questions, then thank you once again. It was a pleasure to be